Storytime. I think people who grew up in the age when phones and internet are accessible since childhood can relate to this. I personally had my first access to the internet maybe at the age of 8, but I didn't have full access that time, and I got my first smartphone way later, years later. But even though I wasn't growing up with smartphone in my hands since early childhood, I still feel like many of my hours, days, and even weeks were wasted because of the internet. Mainly because I was a very curious kid growing up. So I was always easily intrigued by different things, stories. I tried a lot of different hobbies and tried to learn many new skills, even though now I barely use some of them. But I spent hours just because of my curiosity, listening and learning about new things. And now, when I'm 20 already, looking back at my teenage years, I think I kinda had this internet addiction a little bit, because almost every day I spent at least few hours listening something, even if it was useful. It's still like internet addiction, in my personal opinion, because let's be honest, I don't need all that information, even though I'm curious, even though I was very interested in it. So as I grew older, I came to realization that it's okay to not know everything. You don't must know everything. It's not possible. So I'm just trying to stop wasting my time on that and use internet as less as possible now, because I have my goals. All that other information is not that useful. I literally feel so much regret that so much of my time was wasted. Although maybe a good side of it was that I learned to observe and analyze different people, so my intuition got stronger, maybe, regarding people. At times I feel like I can read people's faces, and by looking at the person, especially eyes, you can literally see if person is kind or not very kind, if they had bad intentions or not. That's very interesting. Yeah, so instead of wasting my time online, now I decided to make content instead, because at least that's something useful that might be helpful for my future, especially my music career.